Dave Filoni, the alleged savior of the new Star Wars universe by Disney, couldn't be more wrong about the character of Gandalf from The Lord of the Rings, as he proved in the latest podcast at Entertainment Weekly. Listen to this snippet, and then we shall discuss it, my friends. Enjoy.
She would have kind of these second thoughts about herself or hesitations to teach or be a mentor. I thought, well, this is kind of like Gandalf. He's not fully committed to the task. He thinks he is, but he's not. And so I wanted a character that we could watch have that transformation where she fully accepts not just who she was, but what her past was about, what the good things were about, this mentor she had, and it changes who she is and who she can be in the future.
Wes, hi everybody, and welcome to another video. This is a very, very rare case, my dear friends. It doesn't always happen that I can make a video about The Lord of the Rings and Star Wars at the same time, at once. But from time to time, the universe, the Force itself, provides us with rare gifts. And this is such a case, my dear friends. I'd like to thank for this news for OG Star Wars over at the Twitter or X, a channel that or a profile that is, well, very, very much recommended. My dear friends, do go to Twitter and follow her. Her posts about Star Wars, about the original trilogy, about the prequels, and especially about the extended universe, about which she has a vast and extensive knowledge, are always educational and always appreciated. And she has directed my attention towards a snippet from a podcast interview with Dave Filoni, in which he was once again trying to justify his comparison of Ahsoka Tano with Gandalf from The Lord of the Rings. And of course, a lot of people have been talking about that on the internet, the fact that, oh, she was wearing grey and then she was wearing white, and that's why she is Gandalf. Alright, that by itself should end the conversation. The end. Goodbye. I mean, yes, you can find many a nitwit on the internet, many a brainless person who is, for some reason, absolutely excited about this comparison. I would say because Dave Filoni has confirmed it, and there are a lot of Dave Filoni simps. The entire situation about Dave Filoni is very, very strange. I mean, there are many myths about this man. He was supposed to be the savior of the Star Wars universe, and at one time he was supposed to be at civil war with, or against Kathleen Kennedy over at Lucasfilm. But of course, it all came to light that he is as much of a hack as the rest of people in Hollywood. And, I mean, he almost managed to fool me once when The Mandalorian Season 1 came out, but we all make mistakes. And so, in this interview, he said that Gandalf was not really fully committed to his task. And the meaning is up to interpretation. And now, I reposted this post with being very nice towards Dave Filoni, in which I basically said that, alright, so he might have meant that he did not use his full power as a Maya in the fight against Sauron, and he very often has had to look out for, watch out for himself, or not really use the full extent of his might, because he might have ended up being even worse than Sauron. And other than that, of course, all the Istari were really told by the powers of the West that they couldn't directly get involved in the war, in the fight against Sauron. They were, of course, sent there to help the peoples of Middle-earth with a fight against Sauron, but not to that extent that they would, for example, take power over an entire nation or a region, or put themselves in a front of an entire army of Gondor, for example, and lead them to war. No, they were there to be counselors, they were there to be helpers, they were there to provide the peoples of Middle-earth with useful knowledge and help. And so that is why Gandalf was very often shy as far as using his own strength and own power, as opposed to what Saruman did, who was obviously trying to defeat Sauron in his heart, feigning his allegiance at first, wanting to openly then challenge him and to become the Dark Lord. I mean, they were all Maiar. They were all of the same level, so to speak, simplistically speaking. So, quite theoretically, both Gandalf, or Olorin, and Saruman were able to achieve the level of strength and the level of power and might that Sauron did. But the difference between Gandalf and Saruman was that Gandalf didn't want to, Saruman wanted to, and that's why he became evil. Well then, he could have meant that. Or he didn't mean it, and he just doesn't understand the character. And in the first case, he doesn't understand the character either. So, in both cases, one way or another, Dave Filoni does not absolutely understand the character of Gandalf. I mean, who could blame him? Not everybody has read Tolkien's works multiple times like we did, right, my dear friends, my dear subscribers? And so, if he just saw the films a couple of times, you just can't blame him for being a nitwit. In this case, there are many nitwits in the world who are absolutely misunderstanding the nature of many stories, many narratives, and many characters, and many aspects of our beloved films and books and TV shows, and all kinds of entertainment. What you should really blame Dave Filoni for is for fooling a lot of people all around the world into thinking that he can save Star Wars, when, as a matter of fact, all that he's been doing is that he's been robbing the original extended universe or expanded universe, taking things here and there, aspects, and making it into his own thing, Disney-owned thing, which is, of course, quite inferior. And because I'm losing my... wow! And because I'm losing my voice, I will end the video now and ask you what you think about this entire matter. What you think about Dave Filoni's statement. What you think about his understanding of the character of Gandalf. And what do you think about the comparison of the character of Ahsoka Tano with the character of Gandalf? And that'll be all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm out of here.